Hello, family. It's us, Pastors Derek and Julia from the Marriage School, coming your way once again. And I want to believe that you've had a very awesome week. So, we've been looking at the things you need to look out for in your prospective spouse. And the last lesson we did, we talked about integrity, we talked about holiness, we talked about anger, we talked about ability to follow simple rules, and then we also mentioned manners. Hello, Pastor Derek. You're welcome. It's good to have you once again, and I want to believe all is well with you.
By the grace of God.
We thank God. You really look nice today.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. My wife is taking good care of
your wife. Oh wow.
And
God bless
you.
your wife for taking very good care of you. So, Pastor Derek, we're looking at the things to look out for in a prospective spouse. And last week, like I mentioned already, we looked at a few things, including holiness, integrity. We also looked at having a traceable background. Is there any other thing we still need to be careful of before we propose or we say yes to the proposal, please?
Right. Thank you for having me. And hello, everybody. We thank God for the opportunity to come your way again. And thank you for all the wonderful comments we get. People keep telling us that these things are helping. I had a call from Ghana this week with somebody saying that these short messages are really helping. So we thank God so much, and we pray that they'll continue to help you.
Amen.
Yes. So we've been looking at the
things to look out for in a prospective
partner. Another thing you have to look out for, mommy, is secrecy. Beware of the person that when you are going out with, they try to hide their friendship, especially even at the friendship stage. When they are with you alone, they pretend that you are their everything. They want to kiss you, they want to touch you, they want everything, they want your money, they want everything. When other people come around, then they distance themselves from you, as if they don't know you, as if they don't have anything to do with you, they don't even know your name or anything. You pull away. When family members come around, they pull away. When friends come around, they pull away. But when it's just the two of you, then they are all over you. Be very careful. The person who is genuine, who is going to take you far, is consistent. If they love you, they will hold your hand when there's nobody there. They will hold your hand when there's everybody there. They don't try to hide their friendship. Anybody who comes close to you and tries to hide their friendship usually has ulterior motives. So beware of such people. If they are shy to bring you out, they may have something to hide.
So, Pastor Derek, it's possible somebody could say that maybe they are not very sure of their relationship, and that's why they are a bit, quiet or not willing to show you off or something like that. Where will we bring that? Does it always mean that if they are behaving like that, they have ulterior motives? Could it be that
if they are not sure of their relationship, then they should make it clear to you right from the start, so that you don't commit yourself. I'm talking about people who, when they come close, when there's nobody there, they will hold you, they will touch you, they will kiss you, they want everything. But when other people come around, then they pull away. If you are not sure about me in public, don't be sure about me in secret.
In private. Okay. So secrecy is very important. Any other thing we need to know?
So beware, and some of them, even after it's gone further, even after they propose, they tell you, don't tell anybody, keep it quiet. I don't want anybody to know that there's anything going on between us. Such relationships usually don't go anywhere, and later, by the time we find out, he's proposed to other 4, 5, 6 other people, all at the same, telling everybody to keep it quiet.
And if they say they don't want anybody to know, it means that they have things to hide.
Yeah.
They may even be lying to you. They may be having other ulterior motives, like you said. So if you are in a relationship, let it be. After all, what have you got to hide?
Yeah.
By all means, if the relationship goes well, it will lead to marriage, and you cannot hide that anyway. Yeah. So let it be known. Let your friends know. It also guards you against sin. That's it.
Yeah.
When the relationship is open and it's not kept, it protects you. It protects you. Okay, thank you, Pastor Derek. Any other more, please?
Check the family background, the family from which the person is coming. Marriage is such that we don't marry individuals, we marry families.
Yeah.
We marry families. And human beings are products of their families.
Yeah.
Okay, so find out more about the family the person is coming from. Does the family has specific traits that can become a problem in their marriage? do they have certain diseases in their family that can become a problem? You know, these things used to be strong in the olden days, but these days
we
it's
don't
like if
talk
you
about this
mention,
anymore.
hey, you can't say that. You can't
Sometimes
say
they'll
that.
tell you that if you mention those things, you don't have faith.
Yeah, but you see, when you go to the hospital and they are checking on for various diseases,
They ask
they
you.
always make you feel, does anybody in your family,
Yeah.
has anybody in your family had this disease before?
Yeah.
High blood pressure, diabetes,
Cancer,
different types of cancers. Yeah. They ask, has anybody got it in your family before?
Yeah.
Why do the doctors want to find out? Because some of these diseases are hereditary.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you are not careful, it can create a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, blood groups. You have to find out how they trace through their family. If everybody is AS, SS, AS, and you marry, and maybe you to your family has the same thing, and then you go and pick, you could create problem. Yeah. So it's not like you are not doing this because you want to condemn people, you want to put people down, you want to isolate people. Careful. But you've got to know this, and so that you know what you are putting yourself into. Yeah. So that if you see it and you still want, there's nothing wrong. You can go ahead. So
but then
find
you go
out
for it with that in mind, that there could be issues I need to deal with.
Yeah. Find out about their family. Are they criminals? Is there a family of criminals? You know, maybe the person you want to marry is not a criminal. But if all his brothers, uncles, cousins are all jailbirds, they keep going and coming, they are criminals, then you are going to put yourself in trouble. One day you come, they've broken your door. Yeah. Your car is gone and all that. So check the family that you want to marry from. Do they have, like, even their marital lives? Do they just marry and divorce, marry and divorce, marry and divorce? If that thing is running through the family constantly, then you are likely to go through the same thing when you marry from. So know what you are going into, so that if you need to pray about things, you need to prepare yourself so that you go in, you will not fail. So, but by all means, find out more information about the family you want to marry from, because we don't just marry individuals, we marry families. The individual you want to marry is a product of the family. So know the traits of the family you're marrying from.
Thank you, Pastor Derek. Secrecy, family background, very, very important. Can we have one more, please?
Check the health of the person you're thinking of marrying.
How easy would that be?
I've already mentioned blood type, blood group, whether AS, SS, and all that. Check it. Some of these are not going to be easy.
Would it be okay to ask the person, what is your blood group?
Especially when, let's say, at the basic friendship level, it's very hard to find it out. But at least observe the person. Is the person sick? Is the person falling sick every day? Every time she's sick, rushing him or her to hospital constantly. Every day they have one problem. Why they can't be at work? Why they are out of school and all that. If they have recurrent health issues, that is a sign. You have to check. You have to check. So be sure that the person you want to marry is healthy. By all means, we are not saying cast people off. You can still know that, okay, this person has this issue, but you still love the person enough to go on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but we are trying to help you to do your homework, do your due diligence as much as possible. So you are clear about what you want to go into. Because a lot of marriages fail because people get shocks after they've gone into their marriage.
I was going to say that, to avoid shocks.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what you are putting yourself into. Okay.
Yeah. Once you know, I mean, there were things I knew about you before I married you. Yeah. But I knew that, I mean, this, that, and so it wasn't a problem. Okay, but you don't know anything. You married, and that is not to say you have any disease. Before you run, somebody may think, hey, his wife even had a disease.
I don't have any disease, please.
But know some of this so that you don't go in and then, hey, what is this? I didn't intend to have anything like this. Know that the person at least is generally fit. Yeah. The person doesn't have any serious disease. Okay, before you go and say yes, I want to marry you, and then later, even after you've married the person and you find out, oh, they have some HIV or they have some hepatitis or they have something.
Think if somebody had HIV, they will tell you they have.
They will not tell you, but you can observe it on them.
Yeah.
Some of these diseases will show. The person is always falling sick. The person is always doing some coughing that hey, what is this? Find out things. It's not comfortable. Some of these truths are not comfortable. Yeah. And people say, oh, you are being judgmental. If you laugh is blind. But the marriage will open your eyes.
Yeah, the marriage is an eye opener.
And it will be more painful after you've married a person. And then you find this and say that, okay, I don't want you anymore. This is not what I wanted, so I'm leaving you. It will be more painful for you to marry and then divorce. Yeah. instead of seeing things at first and saying that, listen, I don't think I can cope with this, so
And
I will not go ahead with it.
With yourself,
Or, oh, you have this problem, not a big deal, I will cope with it.
Yeah.
So you go in, you know what you are doing. We are not trying to put people down, but know what you are going into.
Yeah. It's so important.
Yeah.
Can we have any other thing to look out for people?
Mental stability. Mental stability. Observe. Observe the person you want to marry very, very carefully. Watch them quietly from a distance. Watch how, if they are walking alone, are they talking to themselves? Do they make all these signs and things? Just be sure that the person is mentally sound. The person is mentally stable. Observe the way they react to things, their behavior under certain circumstances. Listen to what other people have observed about the person, and even find out about their history. Does anything like that run through the family? And look at the person himself. Is he mentally sound? Because marriage can be very stressful.
Yeah.
You see, it's not just that the person is mad or anything like that. That's extreme. But even with mental health, we have levels.
Yeah, there are levels.
Yes, and the pressure that
to take certain pressures at certain
and still
times.
keep your calm.
Yeah.
The pressure that marriage can bring. If a person is not mentally strong to a certain level, they can easily balk, they can break down, and then things will just go out of it.
That is so true.
Yeah. So you need somebody who is mentally tough, mentally strong, who can who can handle certain pressures. So that any little thing, you've gone to marry somebody, you go to work, you coming back 30 minutes late, by the time you come, she's slumped in front of the door crying, hey, what's the matter? You are late, you're supposed to be here at 7. Look, it's 7:30, you're not. It's just simple things. So people cannot take simple things. They start breaking things, they start doing weird things because something didn't go according to plan. Watch out, somebody who suffers depression. And I'm not saying that you cannot marry somebody who suffers depression, but then you know what you're putting yourself into. Somebody, if they get offended or something, you know that one man they are not going to talk, they're going to hide themselves in a bed and cover themselves in a kilt, for they won't go to work, they won't do anything. It will affect your income, it will affect so many things. Are you ready to go for it?
Yeah. Are
you ready? Some will say medicine can help. Yes, once you know that medication can help, are you ready to help them stick with their medication so that the
because some of those things can be very frustrating. And if you don't know, you will not be prepared to be in a position to even support them the way you have to.
Because this is what we're talking about is dicey. We're not trying to stigmatize anybody. People, all human beings have all sorts of things.
A little bit of
but know what you are. That's all we are trying to say.
Yeah.
We are not trying to say that if somebody has any form of mental disability, you can't marry them. You can marry them. But know what you are putting yourself into first. Don't go into any form of relationship with your eyes closed. Don't let your eyes open inside the marriage. Open your eyes before you go into the marriage. So you are prepared. So that whilst you are inside the marriage, nothing shocks you. You are ready to deal with things. You are ready. That's all we are saying. We're not trying to put anybody down. We're not trying to stigmatize anybody. No matter the disability or challenge a person has, I believe they can marry and have a good marriage. But knowledge is important. Wisdom is profitable to direct. So get knowledge. Know what you are putting yourself into. And it will be very, very okay for you.
So, Pastor Derek, secrecy, health issues, family background, mental stability. We'll be looking at these things. What else do we need to look out for?
This one may not be too important, but okay, let me just add this one. Drug and alcohol use. Be sure that the person you are interested in is not dependent on any substance.
Somebody will argue that as a Christian, it shouldn't even come up that you need to check these things. But in this modern world and the kind of Christians
you don't take anything for granted. There are brothers praying in tongues in church who are still doing cocaine behind the scenes.
Wow.
There are pastors preaching in pulpits who have died of cocaine overdose. There are elders in our churches who have alcohol in their fridges in their bedroom. They get drunk and fall asleep and nobody knows. Sunday morning they are sitting in church with holy hands lifted. Please find things out. Because we have drunkards in church you will not see easily. So find out, make sure that they are not addicted to any substance, they are not on drugs, they are not into alcohol. Don't take it for granted that you just met them in church. Don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
Don't take it for
Even,
granted.
I mean, now the Christians cannot even be trusted. Those
Yeah.
days, when they tell you that this person is a Christian,
Mhm.
you know the person had boundaries. There were things the person will never ever do.
Yeah.
But now we are not sure anymore.
Mm.
So be very careful.
Yeah.
Drug and alcohol use, very important. Check it and make sure you are not putting yourself into the hands of a drunkard
Yeah.
or
Even if it's prescription drugs,
yeah.
be careful that they are not hooked on it.
Right.
Yeah. Addiction. Beware
Addiction.
of anybody who is addicted to any substance.
That would be very devastating. You could end up in a big trouble.
Yeah, to give you problems.
Yeah.
To give you problems.
What else should we look out for, please?
What else should we look out for? What else? Teachability.
Okay.
How teachable is the person? Because in marriage, we will teach each other. There are things I have grown up to know on my own. There are things you have grown up to know on your own. Two cannot work together unless they agree. I have to teach you the things that have made life good for me. You have to teach me the things that have made life good for you. Many people, especially when they go into marriage, they struggle in this and they can never become one. Because this is how my mother cooked. This is me. And the wife has decided, I am not ready to learn how your mother cooked. And the husband wants the food the way his mother cooked it. The wife also wants to cook it the way her mother cooked it. And the two are never able to learn. Okay, let me learn yours. You to learn mine. Let's merge together. People are never able to do that. So there are many couples who are still strangers inside their marriage.
Wow.
Everybody is doing their own thing. They are not teachable. You need to have a teachable spirit, a humble spirit, where you can be led, you can be taught. In the scripture say that humble yourselves one to another. Many men go into marriage and think that they are the boss. You can't teach me anything. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm an old dog. And so they stay in there. And the marriage is every day is one quarrel after the other. So look out. Is that person teachable? Can you correct them? When they've gone wrong, can you correct them and they easily accept, oh, okay, hey, I'm sorry, I missed it. Oh, show me how to do it right the next time. Or everything you tell them, no, this is how I do it. This is my style. You can't come and tell me. You know we are dealing with people, couples who are having issues, people who have grown up in certain ways and they are never willing to bend. No. Forgetting that the wife grew up in a different culture, she needs to be able to brought on board. You also need to bend to bring yourself on board onto a system. But no, this is my style. This is how I do it. That's how I've grown up. I'm not ready to change it. And some husbands have literally locked their wives out from their lives. I cook my way, I do this my way, I do that my way, you do it your own way. The marriage is flawed right from the start. So make sure that you marry somebody who is teachable. Because when you marry, the cultures will merge. The backgrounds will have to merge. And it takes teachability for you to learn theirs and for them to learn yours.
Okay. And one person hasn't got the knowledge of
Nobody
everything.
knows everything.
Nobody knows everything. So you should be willing. And one thing I've seen about marriage is that you don't get to learn things just at the beginning. You learn throughout the marriage life. Every day there's something new to learn. Every day there's something new, even to learn about your spouse. Every time you are learning new things. So it's very important that you marry somebody who is teachable, somebody who can take corrections, somebody who can be counseled.
You counsel the ability to apologize. The ability to apologize. Because in marriage, we offend a lot. And we should be able to say a lot of sorries. If you can
say it properly.
And say it properly. Not just if what I said offended you, then I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's not how you apologize. If what I said offended you, then I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt it. So if it hurt you, then I'm sorry. No. You do it this way. I acknowledge that what I did really hurt you. It's wrong. I shouldn't have done it. I'm so sorry for hurting your feelings. Forgive me. I'm sorry for doing what I did was wrong. I'm sorry for doing it that way. Forgive me. Not that if it hurts you. That means I don't see anything wrong with what I've done. But if you claim you are offended, then sorry.
They said I should come and say sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry.
So that is not good. The ability to acknowledge when you are wrong and apologize. Look out for this. Once you are friends, look out. How does that person easily apologize? Do they defend everything they do strictly? They don't see anything wrong. Everything they defend it. No, I'm not wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. Well, you are too critical. You are just fault finding. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. It will get worse inside marriage. Look, every bad character you find about a person that you overlook and you think it's nothing, you're going to marry them, it will get worse inside the marriage. Marriage brings out what is actually hidden inside.
Yeah, that's true.
Friendship level, we cover a lot of things. So if even at that level you are seeing things, don't close your eyes to them, because in the marriage it will come out. Why do you think that majority of people inside marriage are yearning to go out?
Yeah.
And the majority of single people are yearning to go
get
into
in.
marriage. Make sure that you do your due diligence so that when you go in, you will not have regrets. You will not have regrets.
Ability to say sorry. Pastor Derek, I believe you can still give us some more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Self-control in the face of provocations and in the face of temptations. Self-control. Whilst your friend, sometimes offense will come. How will you react? Sometimes even sexual temptations may come. How will you react? You are friends. Oh, you're just passing by your friend's house. You go, you knock. Maybe she was in the bathroom. She quickly put on some light, towel or nightie to come and look. Oh, it's you. Oh, okay. And she's alone in the house. And this is what she's wearing. What do you do? Are you tempted to now move along those lines? Or will you say, oh, I'll wait. Okay, I'll wait as you dress up, or I'll sit down and still be able to control myself. Yeah. Okay, so look out for self-control. How they're able to keep their emotions under temptations, both on the lustful side and also on the annoyance side. When they've been annoying, how do they control themselves? When other people annoy them, do they just go off? How do they keep their gentility? Yeah. It's another thing. How gentle are they? How gentle are they? Are they willing to just give up everything and start doing crazy things because they've been provoked? So look out for all these things and be sure that you are comfortable with it. Don't go into a marriage before you think, hey, I saw all these things, but I didn't take them seriously. It's too late. That's your problem. If you see it, be sure you can handle it before you go into it. Yeah.
Can we do some more? Because I am just enjoying these things. Maybe one or two more?
Yeah, long suffering.
Okay.
Long suffering. Are they able to forgive the same thing over and over and over and over? Because in marriage, that is what we do.
Yeah.
We forgive the same thing over and over. I don't like you leaving half a cup of tea. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You come the next day, half a cup of tea is still standing there.
And then you forgive.
I told you yesterday about this half cup of tea. I am sorry. Next day you come, half cup of tea is still. There are some things they will never change. Some things your husband will never change. Some things your wife will never change. So look out for a person who is long suffering, somebody who is able to forgive the same thing over and over, not somebody who gives deadlines. If you do this thing again, that is it.
If I find a cup of tea here again, that is it.
No,
dear Lord.
In marriage, it takes a lot of long suffering. You have to forgive the same thing 77 times 7 and still start again.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch out and make sure that the person you want to marry has a heart that is long suffering, that they can forgive the same thing over and over. Don't marry somebody whose circuit is too short, that it easily catches fire. No. And then maybe finally, I'll just add one last thing.
Okay.
Marry somebody who has joy.
Oh.
Marry somebody who has joy.
Don't marry a gloomy person.
Don't marry a gloomy
person.
Because don't forget that you are going to stay in the same house, in the same room with that person for the rest of your life. So you don't want somebody who is boring. You don't want somebody who, when you are with them, it's like you live in a cemetery. You are alone. No. Marry
somebody who is always sad.
Yeah.
Somebody who is always angry.
Who reacts to things in
somebody who is always frowning.
You need a friend. You need somebody who will smile, who will make you laugh. You need a comedian inside your body who will say things to make you laugh and laugh. Somebody who will just make you happy. Somebody that when you mention his or her name, they turn to you. You see a face that is beaming.
Yeah.
Because the Bible says that a person's face can even give you warmth and health. When you just look at people's faces alone, it gives you so much warmth in their heart. So make sure that you marry people that when you look at their face, you are happy. Not somebody that you look at their face, oh no. No, don't do that. Marry people who are happy, who have a happy countenance. Because iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
So does a man's countenance affect the other party.
Yeah.
If you marry a gloomy person, you will always be in gloomy
environment.
You don't want that. So marry somebody who is cheerful. God even loves a cheerful giver.
Yeah.
So make sure that.
And the Bible says that we should have joy every time.
Yeah.
Rejoice in the Lord always. Have joy. Have joy.
Yeah.
Have joy.
Joy helps you to easily forgive. Joy helps you not to be critical. Joy helps you not to be fault finding. No, joy is a good thing. Yeah. So marry someone who has joy. Yeah, someone who has joy is good. And marry someone who is beautiful to you. Yeah, don't marry somebody that looks ugly to you. No. Marry someone who is beautiful to you. Someone that you, when you see them, you feel happy. Yeah, not somebody who, when you see, you want to hide. But, anyway.
Oh, thank you so much, Pastor Derek.
That's okay.
It's been another awesome time with you, and we've learned so many things. I mean, all the factors you need to look out for in your prospective partner. Just a quick recap of what we've done today.
And marry somebody that doesn't give you stress. Somebody that when you get close, you don't feel stressed. There are some people when you get close, you get panic. Panic attacks you. You feel stress around them. No. Make sure that the person, when you see them, your heart is elated. You are happy.
You are not scared.
Yeah,
you are not afraid.
You are not
because there are
afraid.
some people who, when you think of them, your heart starts beating faster in a negative way.
You feel afraid.
Yeah, you feel afraid.
It's like they control you. Don't marry somebody who controls you.
Yeah.
Don't marry a controller and accountant general. marry your friend. And marry your friend. Not somebody who controls you. Somebody who is a daddy to you, a father figure. No. Marry your friend. Marry your friend. Yeah.
Thank you once again, Pastor. We've learned so many things today. So drug and alcohol abuse, health issues, background, family background, secrecy, somebody who has joy, and all these things that we've talked about today. And I think this brings us to the end of this series. On what we need to look out for in a prospective partner. So I want to believe that you've learned a lot and you will make the right decision based on this knowledge. God bless you. And until
you must not fail.
No, you cannot.
You must not fail.
You cannot.
The backlog on people who are married and are struggling is too much. We have too much work to do there. So choose right so that you will not come and add to the problems of people who are having problems in their marriages. Choose right and you will not fail. God will help you.
Amen. Until we come your way again next week, it's Pastors Derek and Selgilia from the Marriage School. God bless you. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.